I would just give you an idea of how I walk with my dogs. Beezy is reactive to other dogs. And so when we meet a dog, we have a lot of different games we play. So first we walk down the driveway, and we're going to continue on down the drive. There's a dog in the distance, and she's going to bark a little bit, and we're going to say, Beezy, catch. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start our first game. Now that dog is gone now, well, way far away. So the first thing is, when you have a reactive dog, you look for distance. Now, when we came down the end of the driveway, the dog was way far ahead of us. So that was an easy one. If the dog would have been at the driveway, I would have stopped up my driveway and I would have started to feed her then. When you have a reactive dog, first thing you do is you look for distance. Second thing is you look for the amount of time that your dog sees the other dog. It's important that your dog sees the dog first before you react. If they don't see the dog first, then your dog is going to anticipate, oh, there's a treat, there must be a dog coming. And that's not what you want. You want your dog to see the dog first, and then you are proactive in giving your dog a treat. When we are walking, the one thing that we like to always do is never have the leash be tight. If the leash gets tight, then we stop and reset. This is a narrow sidewalk, so we're going to get over here to where we cross the street. Now there's a dog coming. Easy. Good girl, good job. Nice job. So that was the first time that we didn't even have to play catch, that we were able to get her to stop and look at me. Dog in the car is sort of an easy one. Now we're coming up on another dog that's coming our way. So easy, catch. Good girl. And we're gonna see if we get a little bit more distance. Good girl. Ready? Easy catch. Okay. Sorry for the shadows. I step in front of my dog and I block them. And we're gonna let this dog that is on the other side of the street go past us. I apologize, it's hard to hold the camera and film and work with her. I would be telling her catch more often. Catch. Okay, good girl. Find it. Good lady. So it's a good way, one good way to help your dog to focus on you and not the other dogs. Now the other thing I do is I will say to them, Nikki, look. Good girl. And I will feed for the look. So we use look. Beezy, look. That car went by again. In the same car, that dog went by in the same car. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cross the street. When we come up to cross the street, I use the word wait. Ready, bees? Let's go. Come on. So this is a real life video, so I apologize again if it's not as sharp. Okay. We wait and then we say, let's go. And we cross over. Now when we get to the middle, we also say wait, and we wait until a car lets us go. Thank you. And we go across. All right, Nikki, hurry. Good girl. This turns into another word. I use a lot of words with my dogs. And this is go sniff. And that's what it means. It means you can go out to the end of the leash. You can sniff for all you want. This is your walk. We will go at your speed. And you can sniff everything along this sidewalk. And we just walk along slowly, letting the dogs sniff wherever they want to sniff. The key is that the leads are never tight. That if the leash gets too tight, I stop walking. my dogs come back to me, and we then start on our walk. So this is our go sniff part. And there are some critters in the walls. And so they walk along the wall, they sniff, they have a good time. Remember, a sniff walk, when your dogs are sniffing, it is the most relaxing time for your dogs. They are absolutely enjoying themselves, and they will come back from the walk so much more satisfied and just have a great sleep after the walk. And there's a person. Good girl, Beezer, good girl. She used to react to people. We're doing more of our sniffy walk. Now there's a dog up here on the right. I don't know if she's out, but you'll see as we come close to her, Beezy will start to look at me. This has taken months and months and months of repetition, but as we go up the hill, Beezy knows once she sees the dog, then what we will do is we'll play a game. We play the game of catch. Let's go. Come on, girls. Good. Now both of them will start to look towards the yard where this dog is. Good girl, Bees. Now, is she out? If she's not out and we can't see her, then we don't play the game. So let's see if she's there. She's there, right there at the fence, and she's quiet. So Beezy has seen her. So now we get to play the game. Beezy, catch. Good. Good girl. Catch. Good girl. And now her. And Beezy has seen her. You see, your dog has to see it first. Catch. Good girl. Okay. Nikki gets one at the end. Don't think Nikki's not going to get one. But good girl. Good job. Now Beezy will look at me the whole time as we walk the length of their yard. I'm on one side of the street and the other side inside her fence. Now there was a time when Beezy would bark nonstop. So I just want you to know that it works. Here you go, Beezy. Catch. Okay, we caught that one. Good job. Okay, and now we're past the road. Now we're past their yard. So what we do is we give Nikki one because she's so good. Okay, and you see what we've done is we've walked the whole way past. And all we got was 3 barks. That's amazing. From what it started out with when we first started this, that's totally amazing. So I'm so proud of her. Okay, and you can do this with your dog. It takes distance and practice and repetition. Now you saw how she looked at me. That was the first time you actually saw Beezy. Let's go sniff. That was the first time you actually saw Beezy make eye contact with me, because she knows from the repetition when she sees it, she immediately looks at me. Now she's going to follow me for a while until I tell her again, go sniff. And this releases her. It releases her to enjoy herself, to cope with the stress she's just been through, and to help her to relax. We have 2 dogs coming. She hasn't seen them yet. We're now standing in the neighbor's yard. There's the dogs. They're going that way. And she hasn't seen them, so I won't be feeding. But if she sees them, there she saw them. Beezy, catch. I'm not beyond standing in a neighbor's yard, and my neighbors think I'm a bit crazy, but I will do anything I can to protect my dogs and to help them. Now that only took 1 time. Good girl. That's for Beezer. This is for Nikki. Thank you, neighbors. So, but if I would have stayed on the street close to them, it would have ended up with a lot of barking. And those were 2 big dogs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take whatever I need to get my dog away from the other dogs. And if that means walking up a driveway walking into a person's yard, standing behind their car, whatever it is. Now she's still looking, but they're gone. So, and from that distance, she can relax. And remember, you need to breathe too, because if you are tense, Nikki sometimes gets tense, and then she does a shake off because she doesn't understand why Beezy is so alert and so upset when a dog goes by. I don't either, really. She was 3 when I adopted her. Good girl. That was Nikki just yawning. I missed that. So you're a good girl, Bees. And now they're gone. But you can still see she's a little alerted. Now those dogs didn't make eye contact, walked straight ahead, and went down the hill. So those were the perfect dogs to work with. If the dog makes eye contact, if the dog looks at your dog, it's going to trigger something. So then you have 3 choices. First, look for distance. Second, stand behind something like a car or a tree or a trash can. Third, if there's nothing available, look for a person's driveway. You can walk up a driveway. Fourth, if there's nothing available and your dog will not turn and look at you, step in front of your dog. Let your dog know that you're going to protect them. And last, if there's no alternative and the dog's coming straight at you, you can't cross the street, you've got walls on all sides, you turn very quickly, do an about turn, and go back the other direction. And I use the term out of here. And when I say out of here, I want the dog to turn and walk with me. So that's my plan when I'm out walking, to make sure that my dog, who is reactive, you wouldn't believe it right now, but she's very reactive, has learned to cope with being near other dogs on a walk. So we're home. So that was our walk today. We told you all the different words we used, and also how we help Beezy, who's so very, good girl, Bees, good girl, who's so very reactive. And she is. If we didn't work with her, she was, in the beginning, she was barking at every person, good girl, Bees, every person, every dog. It never stopped the entire walk. So we're very proud of Beezy and the work she's done. But you can do this too. You can do this with your dog. And you and your dog can have a peaceful walk. But it never ends. It is an ongoing training. Good girl, Bees. Good girl, Nick. Good job. Hope you've enjoyed this video of Nikki and Beezy taking a very nice Sunday afternoon walk. Thank you. Remember to subscribe to my channel, give me a like, and let me know how you are working with your dog to help them to not be reactive to people and dogs. From Nikki and Beezy and Joyce from Diamond Dog Training. Thank you. Bye-bye.